Hey guys, SJ from Ignore Limits here. Today I just want to talk to you guys about some tricep training tips. So most guys are looking for big arms, all they're doing is smashing their bicep curls. That's the wrong way to go about it, guys. So if you want big arms, you got to focus on your triceps. So your tricep makes up 2/3 of your arm, and most people neglect them. So the number one tip I can give you when it comes to triceps is to understand the tricep and then learn how to train based on how the tricep is formed, if that makes sense. So tricep is called the tricep, tri meaning three, because the tricep has three heads. So if you have a look at the tricep, so there's three individual heads to that muscle, guys. So what heads are there, guys? So there's the long head, there's a medial head, and there's a lateral head. So the long head of the tricep is this one that comes down the back here, guys. So the long head of the tricep is visible from the back. It runs down the back of your arm. Long head is the largest head of the tricep, guys. That's important to know. We'll talk about that in a second. Alright, so second of all, the medial head. The medial head, also known as the middle head of the tricep, is a head of the tricep that's located deep within your arm, so it's not particularly as visible. So it's around the midline of your triceps there, guys. So, final head is the lateral head. So the lateral head is the one that produces that horseshoe. The shape on the side of your arm, as you can see. So that's the lateral head there, guys. It's often also called the outer head. So, I mean, you've got your long head, your medial, so middle, and then your, lateral head, outer head, same deal, whatever you want to call it. So, in order to get big triceps, guys, triceps are probably my strongest point because I understand how to train them. So you need to focus on the individual heads. So there's different every exercise that works the triceps, it'll utilize all heads of the tricep, but it prioritizes, it puts the most stress on an individual head. So that's what we need to focus on here, guys, isolating the different heads of the triceps. So changing the angle of your arms is how you isolate those different heads, guys. So if you're doing something like an overhead, like French press, that's targeting a certain head of the tricep, as opposed to if you're doing like a rope push down. They both work different heads of the triceps. That's what you need to understand. Okay, so targeting each head. I recommend starting with the big heads and working your way smaller. All right. So first things first, we're going to focus on our the long head of the tricep, then the medial, so the middle head of the tricep, and then finishing off with your the lateral head. So there's the horseshoe, the smallest part of your tricep. We save that guy till last. So you want to focus on the major parts. Get that size, get that definition. So, the long head of the tricep, what exercise should you be doing for that? I recommend skull crushes, guys. So when you're laying down, maybe I'm laying down a bench, bringing a dumbbell or an easy curl bar. So keeping your elbows locked in, bringing it down to your head, or you can do it slightly behind your head. That's how I like to do them. Stand all the way back up, lock out. So that's the skull crusher, guys. The most important thing is to keep your arms, you want to keep your arms in, you don't want to move, so that's how you should be doing it, guys. You don't want to be flaring out your elbows. If you're flaring out your elbows, you start to utilize your shoulders, you're lifting too heavy, you're going to injure yourself, so don't do that. Okay, so skull crushers, so French press, and also dips. So choose one of those. You don't need to go overboard. I recommend choosing one of those three exercises. So next, medial head of the tricep. So the second largest head of the tricep, the medial head, how do we focus on that, guys? Well, you do your close grip bench press. So bench press within shoulder width. I like to use a suicide grip, so I keep my thumbs like out. I don't wrap my thumb around the bar. So close grip bench press, guys. You can do a V-bar, so like not the rope, not the straight bar, but the V-bar push downs. You can do those. Reverse grip push downs, so holding on to a straight bar or your V-bar and going reverse grip like that. That's another good way to isolate the medial head of the tricep. So that's medial head. So that moves us on to the lateral head, which is the smallest head of the tricep. How do we isolate that, guys? I recommend rope extensions. So you pull down with your rope, but then as you get to the bottom, you want to part your wrists. So you want to twist them like that to activate that lateral head of the tricep, guys. The other one you can perform is tricep kickbacks. You can do that with a dumbbell. You can do that with the cables. You can do it with a rubber band if you can find one of the right resistance. So that's basically, so you start there, kick back, start, kick back. So as you can see, focusing on that lateral head there, guys. So that's my main tip for you for focusing on your triceps and getting that growth, getting those big arms. Now, next thing is additional tricep training tips. Form. You want to focus on your form, guys. So ensure you're not sacrificing form for weight. Form a full range of motion on each of your tricep exercises. You know, don't do half reps. Make sure you're going the full way through so you get the full activation of the tricep, guys. You're only going to be cheating yourself if you're trying to lift too heavy and focusing on weight as opposed to form. You're not going to get anywhere. That's pretty much it. Alright, so grip. I utilize a thumbless grip, so often referred to as suicide grip. So I don't tuck in my thumbs, I keep them, so imagine the bars going through there, thumb stays on top. I find I get a bit of contraction on the tricep when I use a thumbless grip, especially on like overhead, like French press with barbells, things like that. Definitely helps me out. May not be for you. Very important note, if you are doing close grip bench press, anything like that, or even your regular bench press and you are going suicide grip, make sure you have a spotter. If not, go to the Smith machine, guys, because you're more likely to drop it on yourself. It's dangerous, don't do it. Frequency. I recommend training triceps once a week. You don't need to go overboard with 10 reps of 10 sets of 10 different exercises. Choose one exercise for the lateral, the medial, and the long head of the tricep, and do 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps for those. You want to go nice and heavy. You want to keep that form good. There's no point going over 10 to 12 reps. As a natural lifter, guys, you need to lift heavy. You need to keep your form good. That's how you get the size and strength gains. If you're enhancing, that's different. That's not what we're talking about here, though. Weight is the other thing. So weight, so you want to go 6 to 8 reps. If you're hitting 8 comfortably, you need to up the weight again till you're hitting 6. If you're hitting 6, focus on that weight until you can comfortably get 8 reps with that before you up the weight again, if that makes sense. So you always want to be getting that extra rep. Like a good workout is when you're getting an extra rep, an extra rep, an extra rep, and then you can up the weight again the following session. So progression is slow, but that's how you overload the triceps, guys. So putting it all together, so what do you do? What can you take from this 7-minute video? So choose one exercise for each head of the triceps, like I just discussed. Form 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps for each of these exercises on your arm day. If you really want, you can add in like a burnout exercise, like close grip push-ups for the triceps, or like a diamond push-up for the triceps. They're quite good. I do enjoy doing that. And perform this routine once a week. Ideally not the day before or after you train your chest, because your triceps will be fried if it's the day after chest, because they're the secondary muscle group used when you're training your chest. If you're doing it the day before training chest, then you're cutting yourself short for how much you're going to bench, etc. Because, like I said, there's secondary muscle, your triceps will be fried, you won't be able to push as much on your bench and all your other dips, your other chest exercises, guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, let me know. I've got the written article below in the description. Enjoy.